Dear friends, it's a privilege for me to speak to such a intelligent group and leadership from business leadership of Turkey Aftermarket organization. As my earlier speakers friend have told that India is a great opportunity and rapidly growing economically. Automobile industry is likely to be third largest in time to come after China and USA. Friends, globalization leads to newer technology adoption and opportunities. Aftermarket segment is really a very uh, prestigious business and a growth potential. As you know, the aftermarket business start after the vehicle is sold. That means if there was no aftermarket, it was difficult to even, ensure the smooth running of the vehicle on the road. So with this mind, whenever there's a population is higher, the potential is higher for aftermarket, as you must be knowing. Higher the vehicle population, higher the potential of the market. And in my previous experiences as leading the aftermarket team of great companies, uh, I found and I defined that this is the only business segment which is recession free. Aftermarket never goes into recession, and it has helped in ensuring the motorization of India and motorization of any country. Even South Korea is one of the examples where motorization took place rapidly because of the very good aftermarket segment. Indian aftermarket does offer a great opportunity for all the stockholders pan the world, as now we have the global visibility in Indian market. All national, international brands are here, and all component are being manufactured here, being used here, being exported and imported. So I am making an effort. I am making an effort through this presentation to bring to you insights about the Indian aftermarket industry. The market industry, as you can see the slide, is uh, growing because of the global growth, Indian growth. India is becoming the largest consumer itself, being the number one populated country in the world. We have all the segments in Indian industry that's starting from commercial vehicle to light commercial vehicle to passenger car, including two-wheeler, three-wheelers, tractors, and even off-the-road vehicle like land moving equipment. We are already having number one company in the world manufacturing two-wheelers and number one industry of tractors. In fact, our and Turkey's uh, culturally and economically have many of the similarities, which I did experience myself when I visited Turkey almost 4 years back, 5 years back, during the Automechanical uh, Turkey. Next slide, please. Can you move to this? Yeah. Now going typically to the aftermarket. See, aftermarket is very diversified business, as you are knowing it, because you are a very experienced business people in the aftermarket segment. And as I told you, there is similarity between aftermarket segment culturally and the quality and the nature of the business as it done in Turkey as also being done in India. So in India, the vehicle segmentation are say commercial vehicle, passenger vehicle, which include car and two-wheeler, then tractors and off-the-road vehicle. Why I am highlighting it? Because each segment has a different aftermarket business itself. The nature of doing business in commercial vehicle may be will be different than doing the business in say two-wheeler segment. The selling of parts, the type of part, the quality of parts, this will be different in all the organization, in all the vehicle segment. If you are making parts for the commercial vehicle, your nature of doing business in India will be different than if you are making parts for two wheelers because of the different type of distribution channel and the product movement from the manufacturer to the end customer in India. Next slide, please. This slide, as you will see, will show the segmentation within the vehicle group. Aftermarket, as I told you and as I informed, explained to you, this is the business after the vehicle is sold, the post-sale business. And since the new vehicle sale is growing, the aftermarket is growing, although the cycle period is say 3 to 4 years after new vehicle is sold. So population keep increasing on the Indian roads and the business keep growing. So it becomes a recession-free segment. Now within the aftermarket, if we diversify or parts and component segmentation, there's a engine component, there's a suspension component, there's a brakes, transmission clutch, then there's a electrical component, then there's a steering system, then there are accessory system, and there are consumable like lubricants oil. So these are the segmentation within the aftermarket. So some of you must be dealing in engine parts only, some of must be targeting the electrical parts of future, one must be in your gear system or transmission system. So it's a clear segmentation of the business in the aftermarket, pan world and also pan India. So we have to consider ourselves which segment we will can enter, because each segment offers a great opportunity. Next slide. Now in India, as you know, uh, there's a huge demand of parts, and sometimes the parts which are required are not able to be met by the automobile manufacturer or the tier 1, tier 2 manufacturers. So there are so many imports taking place through organized channel, unorganized channel, and there are also imitated parts, or we can say counterfeit parts. That's why I am bringing this slide to you, that we have very clearly defined genuine parts, which are actually from OE spares or from tier 1, tier 2 parts that are made for the OEMs. Then there are certified parts. These are independently branded parts which meet the OEM qualities, the OES qualities. And they are really helping the aftermarket or automobile industry, growing. Then there are counterfeit parts. Counterfeit parts or imitated parts or duplicate parts, as we call it, is just imitating a visible brand in the market. As they say, aftermarket is a show window of automotive industry. If you want to really make your brand popular or you want to become known, you have to enter the aftermarket. But there's a strict legislation, a law which ban the usage of counterfeit parts because of quality or challenge on the security of the vehicle. Then there are others segment like niche segment which cater to OTR vehicle, or which cater to own personal choices of redesigning the car or your passenger vehicle. That comes in the aftermarket part. So you have to define yourself before planning to come here, that which segment. Of course, the counterfeit are not acceptable. Yes, we can introduce our brand, or we can have our joint branding strategy while entering into India. There's a great demand for each product. The value for money is the main concept. It has been defined earlier speaker that it's a price sensitive market. Yes, it is a price sensitive market. That does not mean that we need to sell cheap part. It only means that our part price is a value for money. That means we offer much more qualitative inputs or the benefits for the parts which we are bringing to India, for which there is a great opportunity. Next slide. This slide, I am trying to give an insight that how the product is distributed in India, which is a very big, vast country geographically, with different languages, different culture. Uh, Generally, the business is divided into B2B and B2C. As you know, B2B is business to business, where the role of distributors come. The companies bring the material to distributors, distributor goes to dealer, dealers goes to sub dealers, and they go to the ultimate end user, which is the remotest part of the chain. So if you're bringing parts in India, you may have to have one organization who can represent you, say like Verkko, which we can, help in, bringing the parts in India and then redistributing it. Or you can have distribution organization in India. Then there's a B2C, which is a direct sale to the customer. This is retailer to customer. B2B is company to, distributor, distributor dealer. There are many large distributors in India or wholesalers and who cater to the need of retailers. And there are workshop. For example, I have given this that for engine component only, although not mentioned in this slide, for engine component only, there are 500 distributors, around 500 distributors, and around 2,000 wholesaler. The difference between wholesaler and distributor is a organized office which have the system of logistic, warehousing, then dealer network of their own. Where the wholesaler is a kind of freelancer. He, buy the things and sell the thing. And a bigger, wholesaler where distributor can't reach. The retailers are the last, shopkeeper of parts, which cater to the customer like you or me, or who are the owner of vehicle. Are you owner of vehicle, two-wheelers or car or truck? We can go to retailers. In this also, the segmentation is very clear. As I told you in the beginning, for engine parts, there will be different distributors and different down the line chain to dealers. For two-wheeler parts, they're absolutely different distribution network. So you cannot expect one distributor to cater to all the segmentation. So you have to really take call on which segment you want to enter, whether it is commercial vehicle or it is a car, passenger vehicle, or say two-wheelers, where of course we can really help to identify and to enter the Indian market. Next slide. Another concept which is in aftermarket is very, very strong. And, during my earlier experience days, I named it also pull and push strategy. That's a business linkage. If you really want to be successful in aftermarket business in India and want to become a leader, uh, you have to have service, a strong linkage between distributor who sells to dealer, dealer who sells to customer, and there's a workshop owner who plays a role of influencer. Just to explain it more clearly, that if I am a vehicle owner, I need my vehicle to be repaired. I'll go to workshop. The workshop specialist will guide me what parts I need, from where I need, what is the quality parameter, what is the price requirement. Then we go to retailer. If retailer has that part, he gives, otherwise he goes to distributor and get the part. So distributor need to maintain the dealer network. Dealer network has to have the linkages with the workshop owner so that the business flows. So as a company, as a aftermarket parts brand, as a aftermarket organization, I have to ensure, and each one of us have to ensure who want to enter the aftermarket, to maintain good relationship with the business linkages, and we should nurture the business linkages to grow, to promote your brand. So this is a real secret of the success in aftermarket. For example, if any one of your product, your company comes here, this will be the first thing to also study what are the business linkages in which segment. Of course, organization like Verkko can, of course, become a good guide, a good partner in, making your footprints in Indian aftermarket. Next slide, please. Now, based on these basic insights I have given to you, it's a great opportunity for any stakeholder in the parts industry to enter India. India has very huge potential of vehicle which are coming on the road, whether it is commercial vehicle, as a car, or tractor or two-wheeler or off-the-road vehicles. Because of the size of the country, because of the so many big population of the country, we need to move on regularly on roads to meet the demand of the Indian public. So the opportunities are uh, one, there's a very huge demand which you can take share of. You can enter, offer your quality product which meeting the OE standard, offer value for money, and here you go, and you can grow your business exponentially. Two, there's an opportunity also available because India has an organized distribution network. It is evolving, but if we look at from last decade and growing ahead, India has really got very organized distribution network, and there's a clear flow. As a company, we can guide, and as an organization, you can always do your research and who are the good distributor, who are the their chain of network to dealers who can spread your product fast, and you can process spread your product, distribute the product on a long term basis. Then there's a third opportunity of technology transfer. As I said, the globalization is taking place, and with globalization technology come, with technology opportunity come. India is always looking forward to adopt new technology. If you have a new technology, if you have a new product, if you have a real value for money product, here's a opportunity to collaborate on the technology front, or even we can work on technology transfer. Then you can get into product of tech contract manufacturing. If your product is so quality and bringing to India become cost, to overcome that cost factor, you can get it fabricated, you can get it produced, you can get it manufactured in India, wherever MSME, the medium-sized industries are really growing, and they have the capability to produce the or to manufacture the product. Then there are diversified product segment, vehicle segment, as I said. So you have to take a call that which product segment you want to enter. For example, passenger vehicle segment, which is the car and two-wheeler, is growing very rapidly. The population is really grown very high. And with this, now the introduction of EVs, electrical vehicle, the market is becoming more diversified. So you have a basket full of diversified demand. You can always decide that there is a demand, there is a potential for every part which is being made globally, because we have all the global brand of vehicle here in India, and we are waiting to adopt that new technology and new quality product. Next, primarily, what I wanted to highlight is that India offered a very great opportunity for the aftermarket business, because aftermarket is also the show window of your business. If your brand become popular in Indian aftermarket, I think it will be a great achievement to do. So there's a great opportunity for your brand or for a joint brand with Indian brand for exponential business growth, which can be done through alliances. You can export to or you can import from India, both on short term and long term basis. I would only say at the end, welcome to India. We are looking forward to great product, quality product, value for money product. And we at Verkko are here to support you, to guide you, to become your partner in your next growing business journey. Thank you.